What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the world famous Whiskey Chaser channel. First thing I want to point out is you can hear me really, really well. I got a new microphone. The reason I got a new microphone is because of all of you. Anybody who's purchased a sticker, anybody who's contributed to the channel, anything like that, that money, that's what goes towards better equipment, parts, shop time, everything like that. You guys are awesome, amazing. Thank you so much for me to have the ability to go out and try to make things a little bit better for you, try to make these videos better, try to make these vlogs better. If you'd like, I do still have stickers available. You get one holographic one, and you get one matte one. It's $4. You get both of them. I'll send them right to you. Helps the channel out, man. So once again, thank you so much for everybody who has already contributed to the channel, anybody who has bought a sticker, anything like that. We do have some better stuff coming up in the future, hopefully. I do have some more cool ideas of what we can do for like either merch or anything like that. I know that, you know, I'm still a very small channel. It's not really that in demand for merch for somebody like me, but it's still really fun. If you'd like to check out where to get those stickers, where to contribute to the channel, there is a link right down below. There also are some affiliate links for some different items that I use. If you click on those links, they do help the channel as well. If you're new here, my name is Chase. This is the Whiskey Chaser channel. We're in New York City. We're talking about going around the city, outside the city, everything like that on a motorcycle. I know it's a little bit different out in the country. I did used to live out in the country, and riding out there is way different than riding here in the city. So I try to provide a different perspective, something that a lot of people might not know about. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. Just go down there, turn that red button gray. If you are not new here, if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. Please leave a like, please leave a comment. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this today. So something that's a hot topic over the past couple of months from what I've seen on a lot of vlogging channels, not even just moto vlogging channels, but just regular vlogging channels, is camping. I used to go camping all the time. I would go out at least a couple of times a year, go out there, pitch a tent, we would cook out on a campfire, everything, all that good stuff. While I have done it in a car, which is a lot easier, obviously, because you have a lot more space, I have also done it on a motorcycle. It's a lot of fun. I have collected over the past couple of years. I kind of wanted to show, not the equipment, because everybody has their own personal equipment setup. There's tons of videos you can search for on YouTube or anywhere else that will show you the right kind of setups for what you're trying to do. But what I did want to show you is how I load my bike up with all that equipment on the bike so that you can see that it's not super difficult. Anybody can do it. I think you should. And I'm going to show you kind of a little bit of what I carry with me, more how to load this stuff up and carry it with you. So first and foremost, this is my main bag. It is a very big bag. It carries all of my sleeping equipment. It carries extra clothes. It carries my cooking equipment. Obviously, it carries my tent here on top. And I know what you're thinking. Does this flop around? Whenever you do put that on your bike, which by the way, if you don't have a sissy bar, this is going to be a little difficult for you, but if you do, then it's going to be a lot easier. I have a sissy bar, so I'm able to put this on the bike and strap it down. When you strap it down, you can go around, over the top, tighten it up, and it really holds everything down. So once you put the big strap over the top, it pulls it down. This thing doesn't really move anywhere. So what I typically do is I put this on the front of the sissy bar right behind me, and I'll be able to kind of lay on it a little bit, and that makes the ride a lot easier. While I'm riding, it doesn't matter if I'm going 40 miles an hour, it doesn't matter if I'm going 60 miles an hour, it doesn't matter if I'm going 75 miles an hour. I'm able to kind of lean back, take some of the pressure off of my shoulders, off of my chest, off of my core area, and kind of relax, and I can ride for a lot longer that way. So on the back side, there's a couple of options that I suggest. One of them is going to be a cooler bag. This bag is insulated, and it will keep all of your food cold. It'll keep all of your drinks cold. You can put ice packs in there. Depends on really how far out you're going. If you're gonna go to a place that doesn't have access to a lot of like grocery stores or anything like that, if you're gonna go out to a spot that you can just drive down the street and you can pick up necessities, you really kind of don't need to carry something like that, because you're going to be able to just park, unpack, get all your stuff. You can take whatever you need, like a small pack with you, go to the store, pack up, head back. But if you're going out to a place where you're isolated, it's out in the middle of a camping area, it's way back in a campground somewhere, then you're gonna need to worry about food and drink and stuff like that. So what I would typically do in that situation is I would put the big bag up on the front behind me, and then on the back side, I would put the small bag, and that way you can load in any drinks, any beverages, because what is camping without beer? I don't know. Anything like that that you might need for your 1, 2, 3 night, however long you're gonna do camping situation. I like to take one of these and kind of just wear it on my back. I don't load a lot of stuff in here. It does have a water bladder that I will fill up, but I don't really overfill this thing. It's not gonna weigh down on my shoulders too much. It's not gonna cause a lot of fatigue. The reason why I like taking this bag is because once you get out to your camping area, who knows what you're gonna do. You might go hiking, you might need to run to the store, like I said, you might need to do something. You don't wanna take that big old giant cumbersome pack with you everywhere that you go. Sometimes you just want a nice light pack. I think they're really, really convenient. The only other kind of stuff I carry is gonna be like a basic battery jumper. This is gonna have like some jumper cables. It's got, you know, a flashlight on it. Whoop. They also have USB chargers on them, so you can charge your phone or anything like that. Definitely when you're gonna go out camping, you wanna have something like this because the flashlight in case you need to get out in the middle of the night. All right, so let's say that you got your big bag set up. You're gonna put this up on the front, but you don't really need to take that cooler backpack with you because there's a gas station right down the street or there's a grocery store or anything right before you get into the campground. So you can go in, set up camp, do all that kind of stuff, and then you can go ahead and head out, grab whatever food, drinks, whatever you want, put it in a small bag, bring it right back. Well, if you're gonna be going out on a multi-day trip, I would suggest maybe your sissy bar bag. If you remember, I did a great review on this. It's the Viking sissy bar backpack and actually has a strap on the back for your sissy bar. This can go on the front or the back of your sissy bar. And that way I'll have this front one right here, right behind me, and then I'll have this one on the back. And that way, whenever we're loaded up, I have a whole bunch of storage that'll last me 2, 3, 4 days, however long I need to go. This combination setup right here would be great for a long distance camping trip, as long as you are able to access food, drinks, everything like that. All right guys, those are the bags that I would carry, whether I'm going to a small camping trip, which is just 1 or 2 days, or a bigger camping trip, which is gonna be, you know, like a full week, which some people do. And I have gone camping for 4 days before. It was a really, really long trip, took a long time, but it was a lot of fun. Yes, bring underwear, yes, bring socks, yes, bring a couple of shirts with you, but you know, like jeans last a couple of days. I do also have a couple of chairs, small chairs. I couldn't quite find them, but usually what I would do is I would put the bag on the back of the sissy bar, and then as I'm strapping them, I would wrap the strapping around those chairs as well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this stuff downstairs. We're gonna see how it fits on the bike. I'm gonna show you kind of what my setup is. As some of you guys know, on my bike, I have some small saddlebags, one on each side. They don't carry a whole lot, but it's really convenient to be able to put quick items in there that you might just need to grab real quick or anything like that. Like if you want to put a rain jacket in there, if you want to throw an extra shirt or anything like that, just so you can kind of switch out on a break or at a stop or gassing up or anything like that. Yeah, let's see what they look like. All right. Man, I'll tell you, one of the best parts about living in New York is loading up all of your luggage that you're going to go camping with right next to a giant pile of trash. Whew. These are the types of straps I like to use, just simple basic ratcheting straps. Anybody who's ever moved will probably recognize these. One thing I like about them is on the sissy bar, you can hook them in right here, you can hook them in underneath, you can hook them in kind of around, you can hook them to the actual hook itself. They're really versatile. They work really well for stuff like this. All right, that's one on there. I know it seems a little weird that I'm just going up and down right here, but basically what I'm doing here is I'm just making sure that this is secure and that it's not gonna come up
over the top of the sissy bar, and then I'll take another one and I'll wrap it around to make sure that it doesn't go back and forth. I know this might look a little weird having these on the inside, but the reason why I do that is so that when I'm flying down the road, these are not flapping all over the place, because this will fray if you get up into high of a mile an hour. I took a trailer one time with a bunch of stuff in the back, and I used these straps to strap it down, and by the time we got to our destination, it was completely destroyed. Like, these things were not usable anymore. Not this set, obviously a different set, but it's just something that I kind of picked up on. Alright everybody, and just with a couple of straps, you can see that thing ain't going anywhere. Definitely want to take note, I went underneath right here at the smallest point, because if you are driving and this vibrates a lot, if you have it like wrapped around here, it could pop up into that. That will loosen these straps a lot, and then you might not notice, and you're driving, down the street at 70 miles an hour. This thing loosens up a lot, and all of a sudden it shifts to one side, and your balance gets thrown off. You don't know what's going on, you gotta stop, you gotta fix it, or something worse even happens. So I wanted to get to the smallest points. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't look amazingly pretty, but it works. This, like I said, is good for like a 1, 2, maybe even 3-day setup. If you're really sparing, if you have a grocery store nearby that you can go out and get stuff. Like I said, I would take this backpack right here, put it on my back. It would kind of have a little place to lean, and then you can go for quite a few miles. You can go for probably 150, 200 miles. Alright, I probably should have done this before I put this bag on, and if I ever do go on like a big trip, I would actually do that first. But I really want to just show what it looked like with the cooler bag on there. Obviously these wouldn't be over here. I would have wrapped them around the sissy bar first, and then I would have put this bag over that. But I did use this moving strap in here to wrap those in, as well as tighten these down, and this literally, that wouldn't go anywhere. So this is the insulated bag. It can be full of drinks, it can be full of snacks, it can be full of whatever food you're going to use. It can hold ice packs. It can hold anything cool, insulated, keeps it dry. This thing is waterproof, so you don't have to worry about if something gets rained on. Definitely something I recommend if you need to carry food with you. Alright folks, there you have it. I know it looks great up against all this trash and everything, but it is what it is. We are still in the city, so. But this is a great multi-day trip setup. I have a tent, I have all my supplies, I have extra clothes, I have food, I have drinks, I have water in my bladder pack that I will wear on my back so I can ride and drink at the same time. I have the saddlebags that I can put anything in, shirts, rain gear, anything like that. There's also a toolkit just in case something happens on the side of the road. Yeah, tell me what you think. Let me know what's going on with your setups, your ideas, and if you're around the New York City area and we can plan a camping trip, that would be great. Possibly we could all set up something a couple hours outside of the city, maybe a little bit closer to the Pennsylvania-New York line. It would be a lot of fun. This setup is not going anywhere. Everything is secured, everything is tight. You definitely do have to stop for gas every once in a while. That is something that you definitely have to plan for. You got sandwiches, you got drinks, you got Gatorade, you got water, you're good to go. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing, leaving a like, leaving a comment. Let me know what your ideas are for the next video. Let me know what you would like to see. Let me know any future ideas. Let me know if this setup works for you. If it doesn't work for you, I can kind of give some tweaks and ideas. I didn't always have this sissy bar, so I did have to improvise a little bit more beforehand. So I do have a couple of ideas on how to do that. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, thanks. Bye.